Good morning, everyone. Let's settle down quickly on the count of five. 5, 4, quickly, everyone. 3, settle down, please. 2, 1. We'll all sit quietly. Thank you.
The science of today is the technology of tomorrow. Edward Teller. Good morning, everyone. I, Tarav Gupta, welcome you all to the Tech Week, a celebration of innovation, creativity, and the future. Let me start with a question for all of you. Who do you think influences the world the most today? Not too long ago, our role models were athletes, movie stars, and musicians. But today, the biggest names in our world are tech visionaries. Leaders like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jensen Huang. They are at the forefront of the revolution in AI, space, travel, and even computing. Technology is no longer just a tool, it's the driving force behind progress, transforming economies, industries, and even the way we think. From AI driven creativity to automation, we are witnessing a shift that demands new skills, new ideas, and a new mindset. And that's exactly what Tech Week is all about. With that, let's officially kick off Tech Week 2025. To start, we have a remarkable session by Ranvir Sachdeva, a child prodigy, AI technologist, global author, and TEDx speaker. At just 6, he became the world's youngest TEDx speaker and was invited to the UN Summit of the Future, where his book, Are You Born with AI, earned praise from the UN Secretary General. Ranveer is a Google certified AI developer and the youngest Apple Swift programmer to be invited by Tim Cook, and is currently pursuing machine learning at Harvard. Today, he'll take us through his journey in AI, sharing insights on the innovation and future. May we please give him a warm welcome.
Am I audible? Discover, design, develop. Now hear this. Rediscover, redesign, redevelop. That is the ecosystem which surrounds us because innovation is innovating every moment, even now as we speak. Let that sink in. Confused? Let me help us, Gen AI, seek deep insights on this one, pun intended. 1. Rediscover, redesign, redevelop. Because we are living in a world where we need to learn. Not just learn, but to unlearn and then relearn. And then quickly learn to put that in a loop. Well, that will resonate with you techies out there. Because innovation is moving at a breakneck speed, and we need to commit to be lifelong learners. Else, perish. Period. 2. Innovation is innovating because we are living in a world with technologies, algorithms, stacks, and models which are all learning on their own. They are self-innovating, self-generating. And this is no sci-fi or Netflix, but an unfettering tech flex. As much as we see a shift from an era of a fusion of technologies and liberal arts to now a period of overlap of innovation and governance. Hi, I'm Ranvir. I'm 7 and I love to learn and I love to share with my friends and sometimes even the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies and more recently the Secretary General of the United Nations. From playgrounds of Apple Swift to Microbit or Microsoft to AI chatbots on Google Dialogflow to now prompts on Adobe Firefly, I play and develop my bits on all turfs. My recent learnings started the year with an IBM Watson certification, and now this month I'm pursuing an online course on data science and machine learning from Harvard University. But is that enough? For me? For you? Well, no. Let's understand it in a more tech way. Just like APIs, where data and metadata can flow across apps, I sooner than later started to believe that picking individual bits of knowledge may not be enough. Who knows, maybe those skills will already be baked into AI tools by the time you become an expert on it. We need to, at some point of time, know how these little bits of knowledge will integrate and flow to work seamlessly together. That, for me, will be the new definition of innovation for generation AI. And for that, we always need to have the hawk-eye view of where is what leading to. Easier said than done. Hawk-eye view at the age of 7, or for you maybe 10, 12 or 15, it seems impossible, right? Well, that's where the role of our dear mentors come in. We need to talk to them more often and leverage from their experience more than just skill. We should go out, talk to the people who are leading the chart on the tech world and make them our mentors too. We should, trust me, most of them are very open to talk to people of our age. And then we can fuse all that vision with what we have learned from the technologies we have it in hand. The technology we use today may fade away in a decade or two, who knows? But learning will remain the only constant. So let's hone that to perfection. So go out, exchange ideas, be a lifelong learner because age is just a number. Simply be the change. Here's the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. And that's you. Thank you. Now that we're talking the Apple way, I have one more thing. Are you born with AI? My first published book as an author at age 6 and is now available globally. Now, this was an interesting journey. During my summer break last year, like all of you, I was constantly looking out for things to do indoors during the day. As you all know, how hot it was outside. As my interest grew in AI, I was constantly looking for books on the same. I searched Amazon, bookstores, libraries, but unfortunately, there are none for kids aged 5 to 10. The only options were too complex and, to be honest, a bit boring. So I started my research by watching videos, attending sessions, completing certifications, and started penning down some notes on AI in a notebook. In parallel, I was also spending time building and coding my robot, Ranbot. In one of my eureka moments, I thought of combining the three: lack of books on AI for kids, my notes on AI, and the robot that I had coded. I started looking out for platforms, and I found one where I could type my notes directly on the platform and input my AI-generated illustrations by using Adobe Firefly. I thought of putting it in a narrative form so I could enjoy reading about it in the first place. And that's how Are You Born with AI was born. In the story, the protagonist, Ronnie, that's my nickname, it's an AI-powered robot, Ranbot, and they go out on a thoughtful journey discussing basics of AI, machine learning and algorithms, all the way up to movies on AI, impact on industries, and future of AI, with our generation as the change makers. It's a must-read for kids who love to read and are keen to know about this buzzing AI and ML world. And yes, before you ask, it is available in India through my publisher BreeBooks and across the globe on Amazon. Amalgamating, and if you haven't realized already, here too, there was a gap I discovered, a solution I designed, and a product I developed. So my message to my friends here is that if you have identified a gap, don't settle, but rise up to fill it. That's that, and now open for Q&A.
Thank you for the fascinating insights, Ranveer. As a technology enthusiast myself, I really liked your perspective on learning. We now have some questions prepared for you by our students, so can we take them up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can we just display the first question on screen? Yeah. So the first question is asked by Aditya Veer of MYP2 and Seher of MYP1. When did you first recognize your interest in technology and AI, and what inspired you to pursue it at such a young age?
Nice one there. So, for me, technology implies problem solving. I've loved doing that since age 3. At that time, I was doing it in mathematics through, say, squaring and cubing numbers. Later on, I moved to do problem solving through science in scientific experiments. But my interest in coding and technology started from scratch. Well, literally, at age 4. And then later on, I moved to programming on Apple Swift at age 5. Honestly, I think the only thing that kept me going was that element of inquisitiveness and tinkering. I still find it so magical that I just write some lines of codes and put it into a machine, and something happens on the screen. It's like I'm talking to it. Same for AI. I mean, like, what's more fascinating than living in a world with a technology that can self-learn and interact with you?
Thank you. The next question is asked by Mirab from MYP2. While AI is already widely used, do you believe its advancement will lead to an increase? Yeah. So AI is seen as both a threat and an opportunity. What's your perspective on this?
Now, that's a good one. So, I would say that yes, AI will definitely create a lot of opportunities in industries like healthcare, energy, and finance, and many more. But also the threats of it being developed with bias and bad ethics. That's where I think governance will play a very important role. For me, the biggest threat is that can governance keep up with the speed AI innovation and applications are moving at? But we can be hopeful because during my visit to Summit of the Future, UNGA, the agreement of Global Digital Compact was agreed by most of the nations. And that ideally should keep a check on the AI governance roadmap.
All right. Yep. So the next question is asked by Mirab of MYP2. While AI is already widely used, do you believe its advancement will lead to an increase in unemployment in the current job market?
I think it's debatable because AI will create a lot of newer jobs that will require newer age skills. So we can say that AI will replace old jobs with newer ones. But yes, it will depend how soon we upskill ourselves on AI to get there and take that newer form of jobs. It'll depend on that whether AI causes unemployment or gives us a newer form of jobs.
The final question is asked by Akshat and Arav from Year 12. So you may know that Google recently changed its policies and now might use AI for weapons and surveillance. Do you think this is a good idea, and how do you think it will affect other tech companies also leveraging AI?
Again, now that's a good one. I would say it's too early to comment, but yes, it doesn't seem to be going in the right direction according to me. But there are a lot of caveats of why Google may have done this. One reason could be that AI is going to be used, and if it's going to be used for national security, so it's more of a defense mechanism than an attack mode or a misuse as of now. One more reason could be that billions of dollars have been spent on AI, but tech companies are still not getting any profits out of it. But securing government contracts will ensure a revenue stream for Google, though it is not justified yet. One more reason could be that the US-China race has intensified with the launch of DeepSeek, and which is now at power with ChatGPT. So the US government will try and take lead in newer fields of AI. Well, as to its effects on other tech companies, I would say that I'm still wondering who can follow Google's footsteps, because only Google has the Hawkeye view of the globe and the data points that is required to use AI for something like surveillance. On the other hand, other tech giants like Apple and Microsoft can use AI for different purposes. My final take on it would be that though it has created a negative wave, we still need to see how the organizations and governance react.
Thank you, Ranvir. That was all. Now, to honor your contribution, I invite our school chairman, Mr. Sharma, to facilitate our esteemed guest.
For free. Thank you, Ranvir. In exchange, I get a book authored by you. All right, I needed it. Thank you so much. You were amazing. You rocked the stage. Very inspiring speech. Keep rising and shining. I hope all of you enjoyed the session, our keynote session. Do you like our keynote speaker? So, this is how we got started. Please come. I'll take this. Over to you.
Now, shifting gears to hands-on creativity, our next session is the Adobe Express workshop. But before that, we will have an exciting presentation by Sohana Sharma of MYP3, who will take us through some of the best and most exciting aspects of digital creativity. Now, may I please welcome her on stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sohana Sharma, a student of MYP3, and today I am excited to share the journey of creating my video, Guess the Name in French. For my DD project, my goal was making learning fun and easy. At first, I thought about making a game, but after researching different learning methods, I realized that animated videos are a great way to teach. Inspired by Dr. Binoc Shaw, I decided to create Professor Binoc Shaw and developed a character resembling a professor who teaches French in a meaningful manner. The process started with writing a script. I planned each part carefully to make sure the video was both educational and appealing. After a lot of research, I decided to use Adobe Express to create the animations. This tool helped me bring the character to life by adding voiceovers, facial expressions, and movements. I created short clips using Adobe Express's Animate from Audio function. This tool allowed me to generate character animations by simply adding voiceovers. After recording or uploading the audio, Adobe Express automatically synchronized the character's lip movements, facial expressions, and gestures to match the speech. I customized the animation by adjusting the character's appearance, background, and positioning to fit each scene. This made the process much easier and helped bring the video to life in a captivating and interactive way. After creating the animations in Adobe Express, I started putting the video together. I used Adobe Express's editing tools to arrange the clips in the right order and make sure everything flowed smoothly. To help viewers learn better, I included text on the screen for key French words so they could see and hear them at the same time. After making the animations, I uploaded the video on YouTube on a channel I created, Professor Binoc Show, and shared it so that more people and students could learn from it. Creating this video for my DD unit was a great learning experience for me. It taught me how to use digital tools and how technology can make education more fun. I hope this video helps students enjoy learning French, and I look forward to making more videos in the future. Thank you. I hope you enjoy watching the video.
Bonjour, mes amis, and welcome back to Professor Binoc Show, where we play games and learn the extraordinary language of French. So, are you ready for today's amazing game? Alors, today's game, my friends, is simple yet very interesting. In today's video, we will be learning new vocabulary through a fun game called Guess My Name in French. An image of some objects will be given on the screen, and you will be given 5 seconds, mere 5 seconds, to guess what the object is called in French. Let's begin. Now, let's see if you guessed it right. A car is called une voiture in French. Repeat after me. Une voiture. And if you didn't know, good for you, because now you have another word added to your vocabulary list. Time for the second object. Did you guess it right? A pen is called a stylo in French. What is it called? A stylo. And the fun fact is that a pencil is called a crayon in French. What is it called? A crayon. 2 more words in your vocab list, buddies. Ice cream, my friends, is called une glace in French. Did you guess it right? Tell me in the comment box, and before we move ahead, make sure to click that thumbs up button and subscribe to your favorite Professor Binoc show. And don't forget to turn the post notification on as well. Let's move on. A bottle is called une bouteille in French. Make sure to jot this down, friends. Time for the last object. Let's go. Spectacles are called lunettes in French. Les lunettes. Did you guess it right? I'm just telling you guys, no offense, for your kind information, I have the coolest spectacles you'll ever see. That was quite an interesting and fun video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a big thumbs up and smash the subscribe button.